Hello all, it's Laura from Australia, and by Australia I mean the future. So by now you should have watched the other girls' videos, which were amazing and cringeworthy by turns, especially Lucy's. I still don't know how you managed to eat that whole raw onion. I was sitting there during that entire video just cringing inside. Anyway, so it was actually Erica's video this week that gave me the idea of what to speak about for this one. Because she just happened to mention a little band called, I don't know, The Birthday Massacre! Yeah, well, you can probably tell that I really like The Birthday Massacre. They happen to be my ultimate favoritist band in the whole wide world, ever. So yes, I decided to talk about what is quite possibly one of the best days of my life, when I got to meet the band. They came to Australia in 2008 for their first and to date only Australian tour. Come back to Australia, please. Anyway, yes, they came to Australia, and for their Melbourne show, which is where I am, they did like a meet and greet signing session for the fans down at Carroll Underground, which is a really cool underground shop full of gothy treasures, like secondhand clothing and CDs of obscure music of different kinds of genres you've never heard of before. Anyway, they were doing a signing down there, and I brought some gifts to the band. I brought a bottle of Australian champagne. It was kind of, it wasn't like, expensive champagne, but still, Australian wine is good. If you ever get the chance, Australian wine is the way to go. Anyway, but I also brought Chibi a special gift, because I'd read in one of her magazine interviews that one of the things she missed most when she was touring was nice baths and bubble baths and relaxing and feeling clean basically, and being comforted, whatever. So I decided to get her a bubble bar from one of my favorite shops called Lush. And basically a bubble bar is a little bar of goodness that you crush up as you're running your bath, and it makes lots of heaps of beautiful bubbles that you can, with beautiful scents and all kinds of essential oils, whatever. I brought her a purple one, fittingly, because, The Birthday Massacre is one of the most purple bands you could ever think of. And if you've never listened to them before, or never seen anything to do with them before, go, listen, watch, you'll understand why. Anyway, so I gave it to her, and we got into this conversation about Lush and how much we liked it. And it sort of came up in conversation that her favourite product from Lush was one of their limited edition Christmas bath gels called Snow Fairy, which is a bottle of bright pink, sparkly, sweet scented goodness. And this show was in November, so Lush had actually already released their Christmas stuff. So I got a little idea in the back of my head that I kind of, pushed aside just for now, because I was too busy focusing on the awesomeness that is, meeting your favorite band in the whole world. And so, yes, it was amazing. Anyway, straight afterwards, my friends and I were wandering down the streets of Melbourne, wondering how we could kill time before heading to the show later that evening. And as we were, crossing the road, who should we see but The Birthday Massacre? They were waiting for a taxi on one of the major roads there, and so literally my friends and I ran up to them and we glomped them, and we took lots of pictures together, and it was really fun. We just stood around chatting, still fangirling inside. Seriously, this was like 4 years ago, and still, oh my gosh. Anyway, so this video is going on for longer than 4 minutes. I'm gonna have to be punished, but I have to tell you guys the story, okay?